Und damit herzlich willkommen zurück in der wunderschönen Stadt Baljuk. Hier geht wieder alles drunter und drüber. Wir haben jetzt einen Plan gefasst zur Rettung der Welt, würde ich sagen. Und wir gehen mal zu der Prison Infiltration. Und Wanted Rules. Wanted Rules. Hier gibt es auch noch was zu tun. Da können wir momentan nicht hin, so wie es aussieht. Hä? Wie soll ich denn da hinkommen? Schon klar, dass das dicht ist, oder? Just saying. Okay, hier müssen wir hin storytechnisch. Das heißt, wir kommen auch dahin und vielleicht auch da. Vielleicht ist es auch einfach dieser Bereich. Der komplette. Prison Infiltration. Die Quest hat Dugi für uns. Oder? Nee. Wer hat denn die Quest für uns? Keiner von euch. Okay, Dugi. Got a moment to spare at all? I was on my way to check on my inventory. I could use a hand. Phew, that should do it. Achso.
Just look at it. The dandelions really come a long way. It wasn't long ago when it was just an empty building. Then we made a few friends. And now, it's one of the local favorites.
It's thanks to you, Dogi.
Don't thank me. Everyone did their fair share. It's not often we get to stay put in one city for this long. Monstroms, prisoners, the townspeople. A whole lot of fine folk here, I'll admit. I appreciate the occasional change of scenery from the usual oceans and mountains. You of all people would understand that the most, huh? It's a great city, but it's got its share of problems. The Grimwald Knocks, and the Monstrum Curse. But we're all in this together. Not just you and me, but all our pals at the Dandelion, one thing at a time. Right, Adel?
You feel the same pain pushing through as you felt when you fainted.
Hey, Adel, you okay?
It's alright, I'm fine.
No.
Okay, but take it easy, yeah? You probably haven't fully recovered yet. You should get some rest. I'm not sure how our adventure is gonna pan out this time, but no matter what comes at us, we'll beat it somehow, like we always do. There's still so much to see out there. So many adventures awaiting.
Just thinking about it gives me chills.
Yeah.
You can say that again. So don't you go dying on me. Let's get through this in one piece, Adel.
One hit KO. Aber hier irgendwo muss doch noch einer. Ach, da! Tranquil Underpass oder hier? Dann gehen wir mal in den Central District. Kurz zu Maxim. There you are. You got some time to spare right now. I'm sure. He seems a little different than usual. Maybe you saw the request. Either way, I've got a job for you. One only your monstroms could pull off, since you snuck into a prison enough times already. You what? You really think you wouldn't? I wouldn't. You're not the most discreet customers I've ever had. But don't worry. You got your business and I've got mine. That's the rule. Gah, so much for that. Something must happen in a prison to make you break your policy, right? You think so? It's highly probable, given the situation. The knights have taken hold of the prison under the juice of the revolt after all. My request is simple. I need you to help me infiltrate the prison. As for the route, I'll direct you. Your only job is back me up until I reach my objective inside. While the details are lacking, this request does appear to be more than mere impulse. Yeah, I can tell you've been thinking this through. What should we do at all? Request us up, Maxim. The deal is settled. Fair warning through. It'll get pretty messy after we sneak in. The prison is currently manned by the whole battalion of knights, most capable men. I won't be able to rely on my usual tricks to get this done. Do you have a plan? In a sense, I've got a forbidden trump card for situations like this. I don't like the sound of that. The knights and the rooms are still in turmoil. It's a perfect time to strike. All they need is a little push, pandemonium, greater than any they've experienced thus far. So, you plan to fulfill your objective while their guard is down. I can say you know your goals, but it's a foolhardy plan, to say at least. And who better to call for foolhardy plans than us Monstroms, huh? Well, personally speaking, I have something I wouldn't mind looking into there myself. Same here, getting our hands on some intel will definitely help offset the cost. Have you already planned out our route entry into the prison? Yeah, I lay it out for you now. This will be the most dangerous stop. I'm trusting you on this, Monstroms. And so Adel and his comrades began drafting the infiltration strategy with Maxim. After informing the deadline, preparations were made to carry out the plan.
It's you.
Commence infiltration. Things will get messy after we sneak in. Prepared, ready, begin the operation. Acknowledged. Let's get started. Man, I'm so pumped about what we wouldn't believe. I guess someone has to be anyway. What's our first move? We're infiltrating the prison through the path of entertainment district ramparts. Let's make our way over. Look at them, bright eyes and bush-tailed as ever. Shouldn't be a problem as long as I play it cool. Food won't be half as fun with a loudmouth Bulgar missing out. Heh, the plan's already in motion, huh? Fine by me. I've been bored stiff without my favorite stooge around. Time for me to make a killing. Win. Wait, the way is blocked off. Would you look at that? They've gone and gated the place up. Guess those knights must been tired of playing zookeeper. Makes you wonder what that place was for to begin with. Anyhow, this looks like it will be tougher than usual to knock down. That won't be necessary. I've already planned for this. But before that, you sure you're willing to go through with us? We'll go as wide as we can get. Can't wait to see what the Monstroms can do from up close. I guide the way. May fortune be with us all. What is that? Hell, if I know, fortify our defense. The other path is open. Let's move, don't stop until we brought every... Bit of an extreme way to put it, but I suppose I'm not against it. Now, then everyone shall we take to the stage?
Courtyard is just up ahead. Time to let loose.
Don't have to tell me. Don't encourage him. It's the Monstroms. They've broken again?
Excuse us, coming through. There are too many for us to manage. Maybe we can lure them somewhere and then use the stairs to get to the entrance.
We should be able to get to the West Wing from here. The quickest way there would be directly up.
Okay, here.
We need a diversion. Drop that chandelier.
Look! The Monstroms are here!
Well, the pandemonium we wanted, we're sure to get it now. What that? It's you guys! Oh dear. There's those imposters from before. So, this is where you've been all this time. Don't act like you didn't know! You're the reason we're even in here! Do you have any idea how much we've been thanking for thanks to you? You wanna try saying that again? Eek! No! We only have ourselves to blame for being locked up like this. We're just getting what we deserve, forced into hard labor day after day. Boss? But I beg of you, on bended knee, please get us out of the cell. We're kind of in a hurry here, so can you give us a good reason too? We finally seen the light. That lives we were mean to lead all along. It all began when we left home 5 years ago. 3 vagabonds forced to turn to a life of... Forget it. This is taking too long. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, for the love of God! Woohoo! Our prayers are answered! Come on boys, let's scram! Yeah! Yeah! It would seem they are getting away. Why did you let them go? Don't misunderstand. I just figure they make for a good distraction. They already look just like you, after all. They do not! What's our commission here? The monsters are it again! They will see around and see here somewhere! They're beginning to go together. I had Arthur open at the hatch of a roof. Let's take it. We're in the home stretch now. Haha, and we're raising hell every step of the way. Okay, wir kommen wieder hoch. Achso, ich dachte, wir können einfach hochlaufen. Hoch. Swipen. Okay, so kommen wir dann nicht hoch. Ah! Die hab ich gar nicht gesehen.
Don't have as much time as I thought. Change of plan. When you fly from the east wing over to the central wing, I need you to create a diversion there.
Understood.
Okay, wo müssen wir hin? Wo müssen wir denn hin? Hier wieder oder was? Mann, hier kamen wir her. Ach. Ist das Fenster hoch? Shit! Ah, okay. Natürlich. Das können nur wir. War eigentlich offensichtlich. Und wir müssen noch weiter hoch, oder? Alles klar.
Oh, there's someone keeping watch.
Alles klar. Sekunde. They certainly aren't sparing any security in the central wing. Yeah, it's not like all like back when we came to rescue Iris. We need to get downstairs. Indeed, our destination is on the 3rd floor of a north wing of special sector. Alright, let's bust our way through then. Maxim presses a hidden switch on the side fireplace. Maxim proceeds to retrieve a wing marked with a white lily from within. Lilium ring? A lilium ring, huh? No sign of being switched out. With that, the preparations are... Nice. They hardly even put up a fight. No matter, I have a mission to fulfill. I can only hope the Monstroms manage to pull through. Wer ist der Typ?
Looks like some of you have been skipping out on your drills.
Here's the special sector.
Well, hello, special sector. He totally is the bad guy here.
Sagt Hallo zu dem Bösewicht. Herrlich.
Oh, Maxim.
Maxim presses a hidden switch on the wall. What the... secret passage? Passway? You act like you've done that a million times already. Just how long have you known about this exactly? I never planned on bringing you along this far, but... time is of the essence. If you want to know, all of you have to do is follow. Well, you heard the man. Yeah, let's go! Maxim take out the Lilium ring, place it into a hollow slot in the altar. He then removes a ring marked with... Erst das heilige Schwert! Er ist das fucking heilige Schwert von dem Lied! From there Adol and the others followed down a long winding path, until finally they arrived at the singular room. So, this is our destination. How long all this crap been down here? Since the fortress was built, I imagine. This seems to be part of a prison foundation. Just who are you, Maxim? Open the desk drawer and receive a seal marked with a beautiful white lily. That's the Lilium crest, the old symbol of Kingdom of Glea. Then it stands to reason that the royal family once used that seal. The mark of ruling authority, the Great Seal of State? It's only supposed to pass in succession from king to king, which means... I never would guessed. Haha, I always knew you weren't just some rando. No way, someone with no ties to the royals would know where this thing was. I'm nothing more than a man tasked with the mission. But my mentor, the one who raised me, he served the royal family for generations. As he aged, I took the mantle. All I'm doing is fulfilling His Majesty's final commands. That day 8 years ago, when the Kingdom of Glea fell, His Majesty gave me 2 orders, while on his deathbed. The first was retrieving this Lilium seal. The second was securing the safety of his daughter. His Majesty prioritized these 2 things over his very life. It was my obligation to comply. So that's the reason. Sounds like the king was a pretty upstanding guy. Not like that bastard General Burden. Hold on a sec. So, the one who rescued Iris when she was little, it was you all along? I'd only planned to leave her with my mentor for a time. But once he saw the trauma on her face, he decided he would raise her himself. Old age finally did him in last year. That must be when Iris set off on her own. But that's not going to do with me. She's out of the scope of my duties now. Besides, I doubt she'd even remember my face after all these years. So, you have no plans of telling Iris about any of this, do you? Haha, sounds like me, you've got a soft spot for her. All things considered, I want even dignity with with a response. I'm a member of a royal family is better off staying away from the shadows of society. Sounds like he isn't going to budge on this one. Indeed. Ha! I sense company approaching. Chat alert. Well, no. Aren't you the prospective one? If this weren't the dead end, you just might have managed to slip away. It's the old Jesus Zanishel Gilbert. Lucian warned us about him. Don't tell me they just let us lead them here. Looks like it. I knew something felt off about this whole arrangement. They must have had the same objective. With the Lilium seal recovered, the people of Glea can finally be at ease. If you could just kindly hand it over. I don't know what your aim is here, but there's no way in hell it has anything to do with the people. The only thing you care about is getting vengeance for your failures 8 years ago. As the surviving remnants of the Glean royal army. How very amusing. They are more of here than I had anticipated. Glea's future is looking very bright indeed. Would you agree, Crimson King, or should I say Addo Christian? Just how much do the knights know? Would you like to know? You could say, We know more about you than even you know yourself. See, we've come across a number of felons among the populace in recent days. I'm sure you must be worried about your precious friends and families, right, girls? Sounds to me like you know something, don't you? Guess that means we're just gonna have to beat it out of you, then. Don't do anything rush you to. Agreed. I can sense some manner of special fluid coating their blades. It could very well be poison. I wouldn't put past them. Those knights behind him are the cream of a crop. Don't go underestimating them. Pity of it! We have an emergency! What is it? It's the monstrums! They appeared on the roof of the south ring! They're opening the main gates and was beginning no much longer! What nonsense are you spouting about? Those monstrums you are after, right? What's the meaning of this? You... Gotcha! That was a special delivery just for you. Hope you enjoy it! You treacherous little... You're wide open! Perhaps it is you who has made the mistake of underestimating us. Pity it had to come to this. Get ready! Und müssen wir nicht selber kämpfen? Adol and the group proceed to fight their way through the onslaught of knights. With Maxim's guidance, they managed to escape through the different route and they had entered. Well, that was troublesome. We didn't end up getting any information out of them, either. And search as we did, there were no signs of Felix and Carla in any general cells. It's like we figured. They must be in some sort of special location only for knights know of. Indeed, we have managed to narrow things down, at the very least. Maxim took out the seal of the Glean royal family before throwing it into the sky. What? The Glean seal of state? The hell you go to do that for? Was it really okay to destroy it? This world has no further need of it. In the wrong hands, that seal has the potential to bring about utter chaos. His Majesty bade me to retrieve it and destroy it. I'm just carrying out this will. I'm surprised he'd go far enough to order something like that. The last king of Glea. He's not a particularly distinguished figure in history, but supposedly his diplomacy helped stall the hostile empire's war efforts for years. It only makes sense he'd consider the future of his people in their nation's last moments. Yeah, sounds like Iris had a good man for a father. So, what you gonna do now? You fulfilled all the king's missions after all. Don't suppose you'd like to give those cocky knights a good listener too? Out of the question, what becomes of Glea is of no consequence to me. Is that right? That's kinda hard to believe. Why even lie about this at this point? Why not come to the Dandelion? To your hideout, you mean? I suppose you do have His Majesty's daughter in your charge. Looks like he does still care about Iris after all. That reminds me, we've yet to receive any reward for your efforts this time around. A task of larger scale anticipated does such as compensated accordingly. Fair enough. What do you have in mind? Well, how about coming to help us with our work for a while? It's no easy task, but it should be a fine way to pay us back for things today. We could use some fresh entertainment too. Things won't be dull up with you around. You're right. I do owe you all a great deal. Very well, Van Monstrums of Balduk. My next mission will be lending you a hand with your own. With that, Maxim, become yet another of the Dandelion Manual collaborators.
Job well done.
Sehr cool. So, Maxim haben wir jetzt auch dabei. Stimmt, der hat ja einen Shop.
Yeah.
I heard about lemurs. Mushroom Recept.
I see.
Strike a deal.
You need it. I
Trick
got it.
that.
You got a good eye. You saw
Das ist für ihn, oder? Nee.
You saw nothing.
Okay, dann würde ich mal sagen, machen wir hier erstmal einen Break. Und es geht später weiter hier. Bevor schon wohl sein, bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein, eure Varius. Au! And Outer.